It's the weekend here at Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by IronMag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, June 23rd, 2017. Let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. As of today, we're right around 2 weeks out from getting things started at this year's Chicago Pro. And I hope everyone throwing their hat into this classic physique lineup shows up ready for a fight, because it looks like Stan Mcquay is about to come out swinging. Late Tuesday night, some new progress photos leaked from a source inside Team Mcquay that shows the four-time Olympian looking about as conditioned and razor sharp as we've ever seen him. Apparently, Mcquay has spent his entire offseason stewing over a substandard performance at last year's Olympia. And unfortunately for the rest of the classic physique guys heading to Chicago, I think you're about to be on the wrong end of a good old-fashioned Stan Mcquay beatdown. Speaking of the Windy City, it's been a while since we've had a Mikaila Soto sighting. Earlier this week, Soto released a handful of new update photos, sparking rumors that she might be planning to hit the stage again a few weeks from now in front of what's sure to be a raucous home crowd. In her season debut back at the Puerto Rico Pro, we saw Soto bring all of that classic rebel fire and energy with her to the stage, and the judges rewarded her with a 6th place finish. And if she can manage to make a few minor adjustments, I think another top 6 finish would be absolutely within striking distance. Once, twice, third time's the charm, or at least that seems to be the theme coming out of the Charles Dixon camp these days. Less than a week after giving Sean Clarita all he could handle in a shootout down at the Dallas Europa Super Show, 212 powerhouse Charles Dixon isn't wasting any time getting back to work. This week, Dixon released some video from a recent posing session where we see the tank already starting to look a whole lot tighter and more streamlined than we saw back in Dallas. According to Dixon, he's planning to hop right back into action at the Chicago Pro, where he has to be considered one of the early favorites in what's traditionally been a very tough 212 class. Dixon is one of the guys who can come in and be flat out dominant from wire to wire in the right lineup. And given how hot this guy is right now, it's going to be tough for anyone else in this show brave enough to try to slow him down. We're starting to round that first turn in Olympia prep, where we see the athletes just starting to find their stride. And hopefully that should give Nathan Deasha fans plenty to be excited about. Late Wednesday night, new chest training footage surfaced of a flat-out nutty-looking Deasha, who seems to be right on schedule to deliver another epic Olympia performance here in year 2. The reports I'm hearing out of Oxygen Gym are that Deasha packed on a pretty absurd amount of new muscle over these last 12 months, and that the level of conditioning he's planning to bring to this year's show is completely going to blow away last year's look. If I'm being completely honest, I'm still not quite sure what we can expect to see from the prodigy in Chapter 2 of the Deasha experience. But if he can even come remotely close to matching what some of these expectations are, I think it's entirely possible that we can see him find a way to crack the top 8. As I look around, I can't help but get the feeling that women's physique events at this year's Olympia are going to leave a whole lot of people talking. And something tells me that Jamie Pinder is going to find a way to make herself a part of that conversation. Recently, some new training footage surfaced of a very focused-looking Pinder as she prepares to come back in and build on last year's terrific top 5 performance. Pinder really seemed to come into her own as last season rolled along, and it all culminated with that Olympia performance that left everyone in the building buzzing.